Should I go? Should I stay? Do I text first? Or do I pretend I didn't see it? Wait, what if I pick wrong? What if the wrong choice ruins everything? What if I overthink myself into a coma? Sound familiar? Yeah, that's choices. It's loud, it's dramatic, and it lives rent-free in all our heads. Congrats, you're officially human. But what if you're a rider? If you are and find yourself stuck at this junction, we at PowerDrift are more than happy to help.
And help we will. On one side, we have one of our favorite motorcycles ever, the KTM 390 Duke. Now, this name has been around for as long as I have been in this industry, and this form that you see, this is the KTM's best form ever. It's definitely a veteran in this video, but on the other side, we have the new kid on the block.
Well, hello. My name is Arezwa. And while you try to spell that out in your head, let me distract you with this. Meet the new kid on the block, the all-new Aprilia Tuono 457. It's based on the same platform as the much-loved RS 457. This is a slightly lighter motorcycle and the more street-friendly version. At the end of this video, we will make a choice.
Before we go any further, please remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And let me remind you that this video has already been translated to many different languages using YouTube's AI. So, select and subscribe.
Or subscribe and select. On that note, let's start a new episode of PD FACEOFF.
Guess why they wanted to throw this blast? I bring the status quo and push it confess.
The KTM 390 Duke really did set the benchmark for entry-level performance bikes. Orange became more than just a fruit. That Bajaj KTM partnership cracked the formula early on. Lightweight, aggressive design, sharp handling, and a motor that punches way above its class. Even with the stricter BS6 emission norms mellowing it a bit, the 390 still brings the thrill. The newer versions have matured with better electronics and features, but they haven't lost that hooligan spirit. It's like a grown-up Streetfighter with just enough rowdiness to keep the adrenaline junkies hooked.
But damn, sometimes crazy for y'all. On the ride from it all.
The Tuono has always been the untamed side of Aprilia, a motorcycle that takes all the essence of the RS series and strips it down to the bare essentials. For over 20 years, it's worn that identity proudly. The 457 may leave out the familiar front fairing, but make no mistake, it's got the stance, attitude, and the edge that makes a Tuono what it is. Muscular and sharp in all the right places. It carries itself like a fighter ready for the streets. This isn't just a smaller Tuono, it's a proper statement from Aprilia.
The construct won't let me fade.
I don't think I've ever been unhappy riding the 390 Duke. This motorcycle it's a fantastic bike. It's brilliant. Every time I swing a leg over, I find myself grinning like an idiot. The way this thing accelerates, it's absolutely wild. Now, the earlier generations, they lacked a bit of that bottom end punch, but this right here has been sorted out to quite an extent. Having said that, once you cross the 5,000 RPM mark, it becomes a lunatic, and this is the character that I have come to love. Over all these years, that's the 390 Duke that I've always known. The quick shifter has evolved big time. It's crisp, clean, never skips a beat. The throttle is also pretty precise and responsive. Sure, it doesn't sound as raw or as gruff as it used to. It never will. That era is behind us, and you can blame emission norms for that. But overall, it is one of the best motorcycles that is available in our country today. It is really the best, and every time I ride it, I go back home a very happy man.
Now this is what a twin should sound like. That 270-degree crank fires it up with real character. Once rolling, you won't want to stop. It's the sound that gets you at first. That deep, throaty note, it pulls you in. But it's the performance that really seals the deal. The Tuono's got torque, plenty of it. It never feels stressed or overworked. And that's exactly what makes it so enjoyable. Down low and in the mid-range, it's eager, punchy, but twist the throttle past 7,000 RPM and it keeps giving power on tap. With delivery that is properly sorted. Power wheelies, yeah, they're just a flick of the wrist away. And every bit of this engine feels like a master stroke from Aprilia. Smooth, strong, full of soul. Subtlety isn't in their dictionary. Both the Duke and the Tuono make themselves heard, and it's an absolute treat. That said, the Tuono feels a touch more refined, with smoother performance and better thermal management.
That said, KTM has also made serious progress in solving the 390 Duke's thermal issues with this generation. You'll hear the fan kicking quite often, but it's just the bike's way of letting you know everything's under control. One thing's for sure though, both these machines are weapons when it comes to speed, and we got a front row seat to that madness. Performance is the name of the game here, and it's all about who hits 100 km/h first. Welcome to S2S 144P. It's clear, the Tuono takes the crown as the faster machine. That bottom end punch hits hard and early, but the 390 Duke isn't far behind, putting up a serious fight. We would love to stretch them out over a full quarter-mile run at S2S 4K soon, but for now, this was a blitzkrieg sprint.
I have never been too fond of the 390 Duke's ergonomics. Maybe it's a me thing. It's too compact, too cramped, too cozy for my liking. And that's why I will always gravitate towards the roomier 390 Adventure. But at the end of the day, this is a Streetfighter and this is what it's supposed to deliver. But if you're a tall person, you will understand exactly what I'm trying to say.
This is probably the only time you will hear tall people complain. Me? It's a win-win. 390, Tuono, RTR, Activa, Cycle. Bring it on, baby. I fit everywhere. But let me tell you something. The Aprilia's foot pegs are a tad bit too high and the KTM feels too rear set. But, I shouldn't be complaining. I better not. However, I do have one complaint. When you have the handlebar at full lock, your thumbs touch the tank. It was a problem with the RS457, but I thought things would change with this handlebar here. Apparently not. Weird.
Streetfighters are all about that sharp form, and that carries over to the ride setup too. They aren't meant to be soft and they don't need to be. The KTM rides just as fierce as it looks. Thankfully, there's adjustability at both ends, which helps fine-tune the experience. Finding the sweet spot is crucial though. The range is limited, but just knowing you can tweak is always a good thing.
The Tuono isn't far off when it comes to feel. In fact, it feels even firmer in its stock setup. Not that it's anything to complain about, this is exactly what you'd expect. That said, it's worth mentioning that it can get uncomfortable over rough roads. While the Tuono's adjustability isn't as extensive as the 390s, it's still a step in the right direction. Overall, both bikes deliver a firm stock ride. And if you're eyeing either of them, you should be ready and okay with that.
This guy has had a lot of fun over the last 2 days. It's time to get him. Okay, Sujit, rolling? Rolling. 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, new kid on the block. Let's talk electronics and features. Okay?
Why not?
We'll start off with riding modes.
Well, I have not one, not two, I have three.
3. Wow. Okay, what about launch control?
Bro, That's not launch control. It's just a gimmick.
Wait. Quick shifter?
Yeah, accessory. Only 20k more.
Only 20k more. Okay. What about cornering, traction control and cornering ABS?
ABS है, traction control भी है. Cornering का नहीं है अभी.
Acha. What about cruise control?
Bro, do you really need it?
Do you have it? Oh, wait. What about suspension? Adjustable है? नहीं है? क्या scene है?
Preload only.
Preload only.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Remember that firm setup we talked about earlier? This is where it makes the 390 Duke truly shine. It handles like pure magic. The way it changes direction is next level. Quick, precise and effortless. Pair that with the tight wheelbase and that incredible chassis and you've got a real winner on your hands. I just wish the tires were a notch better, but that's an easy fix. As it stands, the Duke is phenomenal.
But without a doubt, the Aprilia is the clear winner here. The connection between chassis, bike and rider is simply beautiful. It steers and dives in the corners like a proper race bike. Confidence Pro Max. Even the tires held up well, leaving little to complain about. Honestly, I have only good things to say about the Tuono 457. What an absolute firecracker. An unforgettable experience ripping through the guards of Tamini. The only big complaint? Brake fade. The same issue that VP experienced during the first ride of the RS 457. Constant hard braking and the brakes lose feel. It should not happen. And I was expecting Aprilia to fix this with the Tuono. Unfortunately, that's not happened.
Dude, we had a tough couple of days because of this insane weather that we're having in Pune right now, but also because of these motorcycles. It was genuinely a very tough comparo. Before we started rolling the cameras, Arizwa and I were having a conversation, and during the conversation, I made my choice. I actually made my choice a long time ago. I would very much like to go with the KTM 390 Duke because in a broader sense, it makes so much sense.
I understand where you're coming from, and while I also like the 390 Duke, I'd like to very much side with the Aprilia Tuono 457. I know it comes with a lot of issues, but I think I'm ready to deal with it.
Before you deal with those issues, why don't you tell our Janta what those issues are? Chalo.
Well, to start off with, the pricing. I mean, it's $1 lakh more than the 390 Duke. And recently, I've been hearing a lot about the engine issues. While our test unit did not have any issue, we hear that after the first service, they just start popping up. And that's not a good thing to hear.
Yeah, that's never a good thing to hear, but I would quickly like to jump back to the 390 Duke because I still feel it's a very, very lucrative package. Performance at a price, massive service network, and we all know how affordable KTM spares are. However, I am not sure where KTM as a brand is headed because of the situation that they're in, and everybody knows about it. But as a standalone motorcycle, fantastic.
I also forgot to mention one thing. It is the service network.
Yeah.
I mean, KTM service network is brilliant.
Yeah.
They have mastered it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, the Aprilia still needs to fix theirs.
But it's clear that the both of us have made a choice. One goes with the KTM, the other one goes with the Tuono 457. But before you guys make a choice, I would like to throw something in there. And that something is the Yamaha MT-03. It's more affordable than before. Japanese engine, very reliable, very refined. I love that motorcycle. And yeah, it's right there in the mix. So you have the KTM, you have the Aprilia, and then you have a Yamaha right there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you like, the Italian or the Austrian, the one from Baramati or the one from Chakhand. I will see you later.
What? That's my line. He's the new kid on the block. Abhi to अभी पैदा हुआ है. I will see you later after I see him in a bit. So bye guys. Bye. Welcome to PowerDrift BTS. We are shooting the Tuono 457 versus the 390 Duke Comparo, and yeah.
इतना डिस्टेंस रखो. हाँ, ये थोड़ा आगे रहेगा, ये थोड़ा पीछे रहेगा. ठीक है. हाँ.
ऑलमोस्ट 4 लाख ना. ये नहीं, ये बिगड़ी है. ये सिंगल सिलेंडर आहे आणि ते 2 सिलेंडर. 5 गाईस. ये किती सिलेंडर आहे. सिलेंडर म्हणजे ये सिंगल आहे आणि 2 सिलेंडर छोटा बाईक. हाँ, perfect. ठीक है. The challenge is traffic. Pune starts moving pretty early, just like any other busy city. We really have to get to our location fast.
बस आया है बीच में, शूट के बीच में चिकली.
Since we have clearly made a choice, it's time to let the audience make their choice. But I would like to throw a spanner in the works, and that's the MTO3.
वाला बाइक लेना.
That is in the form of the Yamaha MTO3. They did a price cut. चलो भाई यार, पुणे फट गई है गर्मी में. It's too hot. It's like incredible. Pune right now is some 40 to 43 degrees Celsius. There's a heat wave that's going on. Motorcyclist's job is the toughest in this industry. Don't at me. Don't at me. Everybody knows how incredibly affordable these fares are. I don't.
The service network is still nowhere close to KTM's network.
डायरेक्ट रिकॉर्डिंग BDS मास्टर मिस्टर वैभव.
मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ GoPro इसमें डाल दो
और वैसे ही जाएगा. हाँ. When you do your handle वाला, show it. काय नाव तुमचं? विकास. आरामात जा. ओय, आरामात जाऊ. ओके. चला भेटूया.